All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching me from today. I want to specially welcome you to another edition of our digital marketing training class. Okay. If you watch some of our previous videos, we've discussed about digital marketing. We discussed about content marketing, and I was able to tell us some of those things that we will need, looking at digital marketing and as well content marketing. Okay, for today, I'll be touching another aspect, which is content. Over time, some people, they've met me and they said, "Sir, I want to know what is content." We've heard, people talk about content creation. Some people, they talk about content. So they want to really know what, content is all about. And I said, okay, in the course of our training, it is also a subtopic in our digital training class. And so today we are going to be looking at what is content. What is content? This is not the first time, like I've always say, you are hearing the word content. Some of these things will not really mean to you until you are not specialized in one of them. All right. And whatever you are doing today, your brand, your business, your service, whatever you are rendering, content is very, very key. Content is key. In digital space, content is king. And so because you are using your content to drive your message across to the people. So we want to look at what is content. And here I said content is any piece of information. Content is any piece of information or experience that is shared with an audience through a medium. Content is any piece of information or experience that is shared with an audience, and it's going to be shared through a particular means. And so you have an experience that others will benefit from. You have an experience that you were able to surpass the particular hurdles, and you're able to come out of it and you excel. And so you want to share that particular experience to other people who are coming up and they are looking up to you as well. That particular information you want to give that made you to scale up and you are now successful and you are where you are today is all referred to as content. All right. And information you want to share with an audience. And how do you share this information across to them? We have it here. We said sharing the audience through a medium such as text, video, image, audio, or any interactive element. So this information you want to share across to your people, it could be in form of text, it could be in form of video, it could be in form of audio, or through any interactive measures that you want to use to send your message across to your audience. Okay, interactive elements in order to inform. One of the things that your content will do is that if you are sending that content across to your people, one of the essence of you sending that content, or one of the essence of you dishing out that content, is to inform your audience. What is that information that you want to pass across to your audience that you want them to learn or you want them to benefit from? That is what your content will do. That's one, to inform. Then two, to entertain. We have many content out there that is basically for entertainment purpose. Sometimes when you hold your phone and you scroll through your phone, you discover that there are some content you like watching, like some videos. Some could be in form of skits, some could be in form of a comedy show, some could be in form of gymnastics, some could be in form of a movie or any entertainment. You just want to relax your nerves and watch these things and you are being entertained. You begin to laugh, you are relieved of the stress for that very day. That is an example of another content, to entertain. Then also to educate. You want your audience to learn from what you are saying. You want your audience to learn from what you are doing. So one of the things that your content to do for them is to educate them. Then you begin to tell them, this is what you should do, this is how you shouldn't do it, this is what you should know, this is what you shouldn't do. Those kind of contents, they are basically for educative purposes. So you want to educate your audience that these are the things that they need to know, these are the things that they need to learn. All right. Then, or persuade the audience. People who are into sales or people who are trying to get their audience to buy into what they are saying, they will have to come up with creative measures on how they can attract their audience. In other words, they want to tell their audience, this is what you should do if you sign up for my program, or this is what you should do if you buy my products, or this is what you get when I render my services to you. So there are things that they just want to put in place to convince their audience. That is what they want to do. So they persuade the audience. Now, another thing I want us to look at when we talk about content is this. Content is what you publish to communicate a message. What you publish to communicate a message. As long as you are publishing it, the end product of it is that you want to send a message across to the people. But don't forget, like I said, that your content first must be able to inform or educate, or entertain or educate or persuade the audience. That is what you should also look at for. 1, to inform. 2, to entertain. 3, to educate. Or 4, to persuade the audience. And we also went to the next to tell you that content is what you publish to communicate a message. A message. Anyone who listens to your content, anyone who is looking at your content, anyone who's interested, it could be your followers, it could be those who are just seeing you for the first time, or those who are just hearing about your course or your program or what you do online for the first time, or your business you have offline, and the people who are coming to see it, one of the things they want to know is that you want to send a message across to them. So they are interested in knowing what exactly do you want to send. What exactly do you want to talk about? How is this product going to help my business? How is this service going to help me in whatever I'm doing? Your content must be able to send a message across to them. Okay, so what can content be? Like I said, some people are asking what content is, or some don't even know the areas their content we specialize in. So they are a bit confused about it. So I want to give us some of those different kinds of contents that you should know that will demystify those particular myths you have in your mind. All right, the first one that we have, written. That is written content. Content could be articles, could be captions, could be scripts, could be email, etc. Article. Are you good at writing? You are good at writing articles. There are people who just specialize in writing articles. That particular kind of content is what we call the written content. It's one thing that you should also give yourself to it. Develop yourself, continually on it so that you can make progress out of it. Article writing. There are many people, there are some companies, they are looking for those who write articles for them. There are many businesses, they are looking for those who are going to write articles for them because they don't really have that time for them to write it. So they need someone that is specialized, that is good at writing articles. Okay, then captions. There are some kind of captions you see, it captivates your attention. There are some kind of captions you see, you are not interested. It has to do with creativity. There are people who are very creative at that. There are people who are very good at that. They know what it is. They know how to coin words together. They know how to write those kind of captions that will attract their audience. That will make you will discover that even when you start reading it down, it might not be as interesting as the way it was on the caption. And if you check some of this information that it's flying around in town, when they put some kind of caption, you will be forced to read the details. Those kind of captions are also an example of the written content. Then we have scripts. There are people who are good at writing scripts. It will be you are writing script for maybe a play script for drama. You are writing script for songwriter. You are a songwriter. You can write a very good script. You can write poems. You can write scripts for children who are probably going to school, or they have a particular competition and they needed someone to assist them in bringing these words together. You can come up and give them that kind of script. That content that you have is all referred to as a written content. There are many script writers today. There are many groups and entertainment groups that are looking for people who will just write for them. They don't really have that time to write. Okay, now if that is your niche, if that is what you are passionate about, focus on it, develop yourself on it, and run with it. All right, then we have emails. Not all emails attract their audience. And not everyone has the capacity to write email that will make their audience want to hear more from them. But if you are very good at it, writing those kind of emails, and you are very, very specific about it, you can also place value on it and harness your skill in that aspect. So one of them is called the written content. Number two is called the visual. That is photos, designs, and infographics. There are some who don't really have time to write, but they are good when it comes to designs. They are good when it comes to pictures. They know how to use pictures, pictorial objects together to place them together that will also attract their audience. So want to know more about what they do. Infographics, giving a particular, this is the first thing you do, this is the second thing you do, this is the third thing, and each of them you are giving a pictorial, a pictorial view of it that will make your audience to understand better. All right, if you check, we call it like a chart. So when you have a chart, okay, this is the first thing you want to do, this is the second thing you want to do, this is the third thing you want to do. It gives you a clearer example of what you want to do. That is another example of content. It's called the visual content. Then we have the audio contents. Audio content has to do with podcasts, music, voiceovers, etc. All right, podcasts, you've seen today many people, they don't really have time to write. They are not good at writing, but they are good at speaking. They are very good when it comes to communication. They want to share their thoughts. They want to share their opinion. And the only means they could use to do that is through podcasting. So they can use podcasts to drive home their points. They can use podcasts to influence their audience. Some of them, they don't like to stand, in front of the camera, but they want to be behind the camera. Let it be that their voices are what you are hearing. So they go into podcasting. We have the audio version of it. We also have the video version of it. But the audio version of it is what I'm talking about now. They want to share their thoughts. They want to share their opinion. All right. Then we also have music. We have many artists today. They've influenced their followers by virtue of their music. It's their content. And you don't have the right to go and take their content, or otherwise you'll be sued for it. They have a copyright information as regards that. So what you now need to do, if that is your own niche, you love singing, you are passionate about composing songs, and you love singing, that aspect, that's your content, then you have to groom it, you have to focus on it. Voiceovers, there are many people today, they want to do some jingles for companies and for brands, and they run their jingles, and you see that they use their voice. They have a very nice voice. There's a way they'll speak, and it has a way of convincing you, or it has a way of you staying glued to listen to them more and more because you like what you are hearing. Not everyone has that capacity to do that, but there are some people who they've trained themselves over time and they become good at it. That's another example of the audio content. Then we have the video. The video, of course, now video content is almost everywhere. By the time you turn to this place, you are seeing a video. When you take your phone, before you scroll 1, 2, you see a particular video that has to do with content. Either they are advertising or somebody is talking about 1 or 2 things he or she is doing. Video content. And one of the aspects you can see there is tutorials. There are people today who want to lecture you. They want to tell you these are the things that you need to do. Example like what I'm doing now is an example of the video content, teaching you some other things that you need to know as regards content. Okay, there are some, they want to take it further to their classrooms. They teach you what they know in their classroom and they teach it back to the students. Some, when they are having a conference or they are having a training or they are having a seminar somewhere, they want to record it and also educate the people why they need to listen or why they need to learn about that particular thing that they are doing. That is an example of the video content. Tutorials, they are there. Then ads, running of ads. You can run Facebook ads, run Instagram ads, run YouTube ads, run Google ads. Those ads that they are running, it is a combination of different videos that they are bringing together. The essence is they want to sell a particular idea to you. They want to let you know that if you listen to this video, this is the end product of what it is. Then when you stay to the end of the video, you are able to get a clearer message of what the person intends to do. And so once they run the ads, people see the ads and they begin to understand what the people are trying to say. Then interviews. We have seen many experts today. They bring them to come and share their wealth of experience. All right. Now you are an expert in architecture. You are an expert in videography. You are an expert in photography. They call you in to come and share how you are able to succeed, how you started, now you are here, and how were you able to move from this particular phase to the next phase. Come and share your thoughts with us. Come and share your experience with us. Those into relationship, they also tell them come and share, or they are into marriages, they tell them come and share, because there are other youths, there are other people out there that needs to get some of this information to help them, in moving forward. There are people too into business that they've been able to scale up their business from, zero level to the particular heights that they've attained. Meanwhile, there are other people that has ventured into that business and they failed. But someone is out there that was able to succeed. What were the things that the person put in place that made him or her to succeed? Come and share that wealth of experience. That is what they will use to get their content. Interviews, they record the version of the interview. Sometimes they even have to do it live while you are watching. You are seeing them. They are sharing their wealth of knowledge. These are examples of the video content. Then we have the interactive. Interactive has to do with quiz. You are organizing a quiz, maybe a competition, and you want to there's a particular topic you want to really demystify, and you want people to understand what it is, but you want to bring it in the form of an interaction. So let this one support, let this one oppose. So they begin to bring out their different points. You are giving out content. Some people, from the points of those who are supporting, you will learn something there. From the points of those who are opposing, you also learn something there. It is a way of generating content. People want to participate. People want to know what it's all about. Then we also have the surveys. The surveys are if you go to, for instance, there's what we call product sampling. All right, product sampling. They want to know how people feel about the product. They'll take it to the markets and they'll start distributing it. Please test the product. Tell us your feedback. How is it? What do you think we should do? How can we improve on it? That one is for product sampling. They want to know their product is entering the market. They want to know. Now for survey, you find out that they'll give them. It's more like an information. You start giving your own opinion as regards that. There are some they'll fill them online. There are some that they'll no need to fill online. They'll give it to you. Maybe a friend comes, give it to you. Please tell us your own opinion about this particular topic. They begin to ask questions as regards that, A and B. Then you begin to give your option. Okay, you prefer A to B, you prefer C to D, or you begin to tell them this is what you think, this is what you understand by what you are saying. These are interactive measures for them to understand, for them to get you to understand what they have in mind. Then polls. If you check some of your groups, maybe your WhatsApp groups or some of your community groups that you belong to, you find out that they are going to bring like 3 options or 2 options. They'll tell you, okay, between 1, 2, 3, which of them do you think we can choose, or which of them do you think we act better? You give your opinion. People start contributing. Okay, I'll go for A, I'll go for B. Then at the end of the day, they check the ones with the highest percentage to get their summation of what they tend to do. All these are types of content. Now, if you check them here, we have the written content, we have the audio content, we have the video content, we have the visual content, then we also have the interactive content. Where do you belong? So saying that you don't really know where you belong. No, you fit into one of these categories, because you might not be able to do all of them at the same time, but you are very good at one. Your own is to sit down and ask yourself, which area am I really specialized in? Where can I fit in? What can I do to make it worthwhile? And you begin to act in that direction. If you love writing, you go for the written content. If you love to speak, you go for the audio content or the video content. If you are shy, you can't stand behind the camera, start the audio content. With time, it will break off that particular limit from you. Why some they are very good in doing videos, go ahead and do your content. Some they are very good with design, drawings, architecture, anything that has to do with graphics. Go for your visual content. You have something to do. Some they are very good at interacting with people. They want to, from one to another, they want to communicate. It's part of it. Go for the content. Anyone you know that you have that strength and ability for, go for those kind of content. Then we are only looking at the niches and the platform where you can really showcase this content and what are the things what are the platforms you should look out for when you are rolling out this content. So we have the niches. Number one, we have fitness and nutrition. Fitness and nutrition. If you check online, there are many content, there are many social media pages that are into fitness. There are many groups that are into fitness, where you want to go for gym, you want to reduce your weight loss, you want to get a weight loss, or you want to reduce your weight, or you feel somehow your body system, you need to be agile, you need to be strong, you need to be active, but somehow all this while you've been way down. You become lazy, you are adding weight, and you are not doing any exercise. Where can I go to? What can I do? How can I see them? Then you go to the niche. Then the niche there is the area of specialization. 1 or 2 people, they specialize in that. That's what they do. So fitness. Then they also have nutritionists who tell them, okay, these are the kind of food you eat, these are the kind of food you shouldn't eat, so that you can be able to gain that particular balance you are looking out for. So that's one area, one aspect of content that people also venture into. And there are many content creators that are into that space. And what are the platforms you can use? You can have your own blog, and you can use Instagram Reels. For instance, the people they are doing their gym, the people they are doing their exercise, they are doing their workout, take a clips of it, of what they are doing, post them on your Instagram. You can create an Instagram Reel for it and post it there. You can also have a blog where you educate people on what they need to do as regards their exercise. Not everybody understands the importance of exercise. Not everybody understands that there are times where you can just take a walk. Some don't exercise at all. In months, in years, they wake up in the morning, they enter their car to the office, get to the office, they take lift down to their maybe their inner office. From there, they come back again, enter the car, back their house, to the car, to the house, from their house, inside, and everywhere AC. Car AC, at home AC, office AC. So by the time you now take them, let's just go for a walk, they are like, no, I can't try, because their body system has already adapted to that kind of setting. But if they begin to exercise, they'll find out that they will have a particular relief in their system. Your blog can educate them. These are the things that they need to understand. These are the things that they need to know, so that they can stay more healthier, they can stay, and they can live longer. Because a time will come, if they don't do that, somebody can just start moving and the person collapse, and they said, what happened? This person was talking to us in the morning. There's no need, there's no room for exercise. The person has never done exercise for a couple of months or a couple of years. Your blog can educate them. Your videos can educate them. That is one niche you can also look into. Then education. What you know. You want to teach people what you know. Educate them. Like I've always said, any field, as long as that is what you are specialized in, as long as that is what you know you are passionate about, educate them about it. And one of the platforms you can use is YouTube. If you go on YouTube today, you see many educative videos. In fact, there's nothing now you want to do, that you want to learn, that you can't get on YouTube. You want to learn, you go there on YouTube, you see videos that are people who are into that particular niche, people are into that particular space, educating them. These are the things you should do. These are the things you should do. YouTube, the one you know, you can also educate people about it. Create your YouTube channel and begin to tell them about what you know. Okay. Then there are learning apps too, online. There are learning apps. Some of them they are free, while some of them they are paid. And there are free versions, there are paid versions. Like for instance, if you check them, there's a particular site, Udemy. It has different courses. There are people who go there and they look us for this kind of courses to buy some of the products. Some of them they buy them. So there are some tutors that also give some of their products for free. Some are paid, some are free. Other educative websites like that, they are there. You can also start yours. You can also create yours, so that people can also understand what you are trying to do. Then beauty. There are people who, by virtue of their time and their investment in their business, all right, they've been able to come out better. So someone who is into the beauty niche can come and tell the people, okay, these are the things that you need to do to remain or to maintain your skin. These are the kind of cream you should use. These are the kind of cream you shouldn't use. There are many people, they just go to the market, they don't understand the texture of their skin, the cream they should use that will make it shine better, the cream they shouldn't use. But if you have somebody like that, or if you are someone like that, and this is what you understand, this is what you know, you can start creating content around that particular niche. Because there are people too who wants to learn about it, there are people who wants to know about it. All right. And if you check, most times the people who come out that they use for those kind of content, they are influencers. Influencers come, oh, they use this kind of cream, and when they start advertising that particular product, people want to rush in because they know this influencer has spoken about it. Influencer and product education. So you begin to educate people concerning that product, concerning that thing, that okay, if you buy this product, this is what it will do for you. It will help your skin. There's going to be, you are going to come out better, you are going to look more beautiful. It's an example of content. If you check, there are many content creators like that. All they just need to do is just to come out and educate people about that particular product, and people will subscribe to it. All right. So that is another example of a niche. Now, real estate. Number 4, real estate. Do you know that not everyone understands what real estate is all about? There are many people today, they have the money to buy house, they have the money to buy land, but they are very skeptical on whom to trust, because some of them, they fall into the wrong hands of scammers. There are many people who pose as realtors, but they are not. They are just there to scam people. But if you have a niche that centers around real estate, what you should do is to take advantage of it. Come outside and let them know the things they need to check out for the real estate agency, the ones who are not registered and the ones that are registered. And if that is what you are passionate about, if that is what you are into, then come outside and tell them what they need to know so that they can be convinced to buy from you, or what they need to know. These are the things that they need to know as regards land. They want to buy land. Some of them don't understand what gazetting is. Some of them don't understand what deed of assignments is. Some of them don't understand what CFO is, certificate of occupancy. They don't know. They don't understand all these things. If that is what you major in, then come out to educate people about it and let them know. You find out that you will now be the person they want to run to each time they have, anything that maybe they have money they want to invest in buying land, or they have money they want to invest in buying any property. You are the one they want to get across to. And one of the medium you can use to educate them more, you can use your blog, you can use your website, and you can use tours, that is inspection. If you have your blog, create a blog around it, educate them the things they need to know before buying a land. The difference between an acre of land, between an hectare of land, what they need to know. Some of them don't understand the square meters, they don't know the measurements. Some of them don't understand whether it's 60 by 120 or 120 by 120 or 60 by 60. They don't understand these things. You are the one that will come to educate them. Before you start educating them the first time, the second time, the third time, they understand this person understand this business. If I want to do any business in this nature, he or she will be the person I'm going to run to. Then taking them for tours or inspection. As you are going around, they are inspecting the house, they are inspecting the land. You can take a clips of it. We are live here at this particular venue. This is the land. This is what you're going to benefit. These are the neighboring people around. These are the things you stand to benefit when you purchase land from us. There are many people who are looking forward to that. Till date, we still have people who fall victim of scammers. But if you have an idea and this is what you major in, you are knowledgeable in that direction, please create a content from it and educate people, and people will come and patronize you. Then we have finance. There are people who are looking forward to invest. There are people who are looking forward to save money. There are people who are looking forward to to pay taxes. For instance, some people don't want to know, okay, I have this amount of money, but I don't know what to invest in. If you major in finance, you will now be the one to start educating them on the kind of investments they need to to invest. There are people who by virtue of negligence, they don't understand what it is. Anybody can just deceive them, cajole them just to get their money, giving them some quick risk scheme, thereby they lost everything. But if you have a channel, you have a page that educates people as regards finances, how they can invest their money, how they can multiply their money, how they can save money, how they can put in their money that will give interest for them. Those are the things they need to know about it, and people want to sign up for your trainings. What the means you can use, the platform you can use your Facebook, you can use your Instagram, you can use Reels, and you can use your TikTok. If you go on this platform, you find out there are many people who are into that aspect. That is what they do, just to teach people how they can manage their money, how they can invest their money, how they can maximize their money to become useful for them. So these are platforms that you can also take advantage of, and people want to learn from you. Is that the area you are knowledgeable? Take advantage of it. Okay, that's for finance. Then food. There are many people that like food. All right, but they can't prepare this food. They like food, but they don't know how to do it. And I've always said over time that learning of food is not excluded for females alone. Males too can learn. In fact, they should learn. Whether I like it or not, a male before he gets married, as a bachelor, he cannot be going to the restaurant every day, morning, afternoon, and night. There's going to be a time whereby he needs to prepare something at home. So it's not excluded for females alone. So learn it. Food, how to prepare meal, at least simple meal that you can eat, that you will be able to eat and you have been satisfied. Because even if you go and buy food outside, it cannot be compared to the one you prepare yourself. Okay, so and it will shock you to know. All right, it will shock you to know there are some females who are getting married and they don't know how to prepare meal, because while they were at home with the parents, they have an housemaid who was always preparing the meal for them. So they were not interested in learning how to prepare meal. Now they are married, they are buying food for the first time. Okay, the husband can understand, okay, it's the first day, second day, third day, still going to an eatery center. While you are married, they give you money to prepare meal and you cannot prepare. As funny as this is, it has broken some homes. Some of them, they've gone back to their parents' house because they don't know how to prepare meal. But if you have a channel and you are very good at cooking, do you know that you can start preparing these delicacies and you begin to screenshot them, begin to do a video about it and post it on your own page, post it on your YouTube channel, and people come there to watch. There are some trainings you can even do. Tell them these are the kind of things I want to do, these are the kind of food I may want to prepare. You are going to pay for this particular training, and people will sign up. All right, people will sign up, and there are people out there that you know you cannot prepare. Don't be shy about it. Go online and watch how people prepare these things. You will learn. Give yourself 3 months, give yourself 6 months. I'm going to dedicate my time. Let me know how to prepare this meal. Whether a guy or a female, anyone, just give yourself that time. Learn it and it will become part of you. It is something that you know and it's for life. Nobody will take it away from you. It's your knowledge. Okay? One of the platforms you can use the recipe content site. There are sites like that they are just for recipe purposes. Then YouTube is, like I said, is always there. Then Reels, there's some video, Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels that are there that you can use them to learn and gather these experiences. Okay, so that's another example of a niche that has to do with other content. Then travel and hotel. There are people who are good at people who are very good in traveling experiences. They have experience when it comes to traveling. For instance, there are some travel agency that are not real because they are not registered, but they just position themselves as if they understand what they are doing. That's why you see that most times some people, they fall into the wrong hands of those who are scamming them because they don't know them. The travel agency, they will tell you they've been able to process visas for people who've traveled abroad. Meanwhile, they are saying all these things, they've not even done one. Someone is trying to prepare an international passport for another person, and he or she doesn't have an international passport. It's not funny. What you are trying to tell somebody, you don't have it, but you are posing yourself as if you know what you are doing. And that's why some of them fall into the wrong hands. All right, we've heard several stories of people who they give them money and they start posting them. Before 3 months is gone, 6 months is gone, and they've not seen any green light about it because that is not their area of specialization. Okay, but if you know what it is when it comes to traveling and you have that experience, you can start creating content about it. People, when they want to travel, they will know that, okay, let me go and check this particular page. He or she says something one time that I know I will benefit from, and they will gain that experience from you. Then hotels, there are people too who, when they travel, they know some hotels, a very good hotels around that they can go and rest. If you are very good at that within your environment, good hotels, you can meet the management, discuss with them. I'm going to be teaching people about hotel management, how they can get good reservation centers. Those who are going for vacation, in case they come, they're looking for you to relax, I'm going to refer your hotel to them. Discuss with the management, and whatever percentage they want to give to you, that will be between the both of you. But you are able to give people somewhere that is going to be of a good comfort to them. You can start creating content around it. There are many things. There are many things that you can start creating content. You will not think, you will think these things doesn't matter, but it is when you now enter that particular shoe at that point in time, you know that these things actually matters. Because when someone leaves his area, it can even be you leave your state, it can even be you leave your country, and you're in a foreign place that you don't know anyone there, you don't have any idea about it. But if you've gotten clue before, it makes you, there's going to be a safe landing for you. All right, you will not be easily swayed. You have an idea of what you are able to do. So one of the channels you can use, you can have a blog, create a blog for it. Then Pinterest and Instagram, these are platforms you can use. If you go on Instagram, you check some of those, they are much there. Relaxation center, good hotels, place of comfort. If you check them, you start seeing them. Pinterest, they are also there as well. Then e-commerce. There are many people who are into businesses. There are people who are just starting businesses, and there are people who intend to start business. If you are into any of those businesses, you can as well share your words of experience. Someone who has 5 years of experience cannot be compared to someone who has 1 year of experience in the same business, because the one with 5 years have over time experienced one or two things than the one who has one, and the one who wants to start does not even have any experience at all. So they need an example of the kind of business they should invest in, the kind of business they should go into that will help them. There are some business online that they can invest in and it will yield for them. There are some that are offline, but at the end of the day, it depends on what they want to do. If that is what you have idea on, if that's what you are specialized in doing, you can start training people about it. Someone who has 17 years of experience cannot be compared to someone who has 4 years or 5 years of experience in the same field of business, because over time they've been able to know, they've been able to understand the nook and cranny of that business. They've been able to see in fact they came, they saw, and they've conquered, and they are still standing in that business. So the wealth of experience are what people also need to scale up to that particular heights that they are looking forward to. So if you have that handful of experience, whether it's an offline business or an online business, educate people about it, create content around it. Okay, and the platform you can use short videos on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. If you check most of these adverts, people advertise concerning their products, they just make it maybe 30 minutes, 30 seconds, 1 minute, 2 minutes videos around that particular business they are doing. That they will tell you, click on the link on the bio or click on the link below and follow us for more. What they are trying to tell you is that particular video they showed you is just to get your attention. The main thing is inside that main video when you click on that link. So that was what you should also look out for. If that is what you are passionate about, go for it. Then we have interior design. There are people who are very creative. There are people who are very good at doing what they do. Okay, these people, they are exceptional when it comes to creativity. Interior design, extremely exceptional. They can walk into an office and look at the interiors there, look at the fittings, and they'll tell you, I have a better interior design for this office. There's a kind of fitting I'm looking out for. If we place it here, we place this one here, it will bring out the best in this office. They are very good at that. They specialize in that particular kind of creativity. You can also come out and sell it out to others. That is, they know that you are very good at this. You can come up and say, okay, there are some of your friends. If they enter your place and maybe they enter your office, you just need to say, no, this thing should be here. Bring this one here. Let's change it. Bring this one here. Put this one there. Let's take this one out of here. And when they finish their own work, you find out that this person, they are very creative in that aspect. That is another content for you. That's another content, creation that you can use and you can leverage on it. Interior design. There are people who are looking forward to it, and I don't like to. These guys, they are very scarce. They are not common because it is brain work. Okay, it is not just manual labor. It is brain work to bring out the best out of it. And of course, you can leverage on these platforms. You can use the Facebook, you can use your blog, carousels, and websites. Refer people to this platform. On Facebook, you have them. On TikTok, you have them. On your own website or your personal blog, you can leverage on these things. People out there want to know more about it. Then the last but not the least is coaching and consulting. Coaching and consulting. Whether you are a mentor, whether you are a trainer, a public speaker, a consultant, whatever you are into that has to do with you dishing out information. You are a tutor, dishing out information to people who are looking up to you. It is one good aspect of content marketing. It is one good aspect of content creation. You are creating your content, you are giving out value, and there are people who are looking up to you to get that value from you. Take advantage of it. Take advantage. Make sure it is something that it will be useful to the people who are coming and they are looking up to you for clarity, looking up to you for direction, looking up to you for solution. Like I will always say, when you have a particular business or you have your service, what problem is that business solving? And what solution are you bringing to the table that will provide, joy to the people who are going to use it? You look at it that you are into coaching, for instance. There are people who do coaching and people sign up and they are paid for just coaching them for 3 months or 1 month. And to you, maybe it's nothing. You're doing it for free. But it has become a very huge business today that people, they've taken advantage of it. And what are the platforms you can leverage on? Leverage on LinkedIn. LinkedIn. If you go on LinkedIn, you see professionals. You see engineers, doctors, architects, lawyers. There are professionals that are there that are looking for to people who over time they've been able to scale up and they've maintained a status for themselves and they've raised the bar in that particular field that they are into. So if you come up as a coach, you come up as a trainer, you come up as a mentor to train other people who are coming up, there are people who will sign up for you. As long as you know what you are doing, as long as you have that creativity, you have that wealth of experience, you've been able to overcome the obstacles that are in that particular line of business, there are people who want to sign up to hear you. Okay, LinkedIn, then YouTube tutorials, and your website. If you have a personal website, you can put in your information there. Tell them to go and click on the website and see the information as regards what you've done, your feedback from your students, previous students, feedback from those you have trained, feedback from those who have benefited from your coaching class or your coaching program, or as a consultant, the people who you've consulted for. And at the end of that consultancy, you are able to achieve a particular result. That result can stand as a testimonial for those who are coming in. By the time they start seeing the testimonial of this person from this state, the testimonial of this person from this state or from this country, it gives them that confidence that you know what you are doing. And it will help them, and it will also scale your business up, and it will also make people to trust you more. All right. So I want to thank you once again for joining in and for tuning in to today's class. We talked about what content is, and we said content is any piece of information or experience that is shared with an audience through a medium such as text, video, image, audio, or any interactive elements in order to inform, educate, entertain, or persuade your audience. So when we talk about content, every one of us, we have content, every one of us. And like I always say, your content might not be written, your content might be written. So like we listed out here, your content might be written, your content might be visual, your content might be video, your content might be audio, your content might be interactive. We have different kind of content. There are more than this, but I just want to center on these few ones, and I want us to run with it. And as you do that, I know you are going to get more exposure, you are going to get more clarity, and your content will be able to provide solution to the people who are looking forward to benefit from you. Thank you very much for joining. I want to say thank you. I remain your host, Moses Igofeo. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We are going to see in the next class. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.